it's Erica with Crafteinated, and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one of these cardstock mini albums. The tutorial is by Amber or Lyric Lover Crafts. They're really cute, simple to make. I'm going to do a flip through real quick of this one, and then I'll show you what I'm going to use, and then I'm just going to like speed it up and do it. So you have all these different pockets you can make. This one's a side loading pocket. This is a 3 stacked pocket. So I'll take these out so you can kind of see. So there's 3 pockets there. And then this one is just a single pocket. Another side loading pocket. And I filled it with all of this ephemera and tags. And then I just used some pieces of the paper and I cut it down and rounded the corners so it could be like a journaling type card for whoever gets this journal or mini album. And then this one's another small pocket, but I just like loaded it up with, I made these ones with my my angled corner chomper and just a punch. So they'd be like kind of like bigger bookmarks. You could also journal on the back of those if you'd like. Like, so say you have a picture over here, you can journal on here what's going on, or you can just use something like this, and you can do what you want with it once it's yours, to kind of use what's inside of the pockets to decorate. And then there's another 3 pocket, another side pocket, another single pocket, and one more side loading pocket, the back. And this one was really cute. I thought it came with this like, it's like this house tag that came in my ephemera pack. So this was, oh, what's the name of the paper pack? I can't remember. It's Maggie Holmes. I'll think of it at some point, I'm sure. It's really cute though. It's a nice paper pack. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you what I'm going to use to, first I'll go through the supplies I used, or the items I used to make it. And this is just like a punch. And then I will make one and I'll show you how the process goes. And if you want to watch the actual tutorial, that's, like I said, I'll link it below, but that's Amber with Lyric Lover Crafts. I love everything she does. She's awesome. Such an inspiration. She has the best ideas. And so that's that. And then there's the back of it. Okay, so I know it looks like there's a ton of stuff on here that I used, but it's really not that much. And if you don't have some of these items, there's other things you can do. So I'm going to use the art glitter glue for the pockets, like the side loading pocket and the 3 stacked pocket inside of the album. I have these tag punches, so I'm going to use these for to fill the pockets with. But if you don't have these, like this one especially, that's where I said I think I used the angled corner chomper because I didn't have this one out when I did it, and a hole punch. But you could also just use scissors and a hole punch or whatever you have on hand. And if you don't have this, you could just do something else. You could do like a fussy cut and a hole punch, or you could just do the angled ones. It really doesn't matter. It's whatever you have. And then this is my corner rounder. I'll be using that. This is what I use to remove the adhesive from my tape roll glue. And I'm going to be using this tape. This is the red line tape. The only reason I use this is because there's a part, I only use it for one part. There's a part of it that's really thin. So I use the red line tape for that. And I only use it for that piece. It's really strong tape. I don't use it very often, but it is good to have in your craft room for like albums and stuff. I do use it on my my other mini albums. A pair of scissors. I already said the tool. A bone folder. I'm going to use my ATG gun. I don't use it very often. It's another one of those things that I have. Like I have 4 different types of adhesive. You use what you have. I am ridiculous and have every type of adhesive there ever was made. So I'm going to use the ATG gun. You're going to use your your paper cutter, your scoreboard, and I have this scalloped punch. Amber had a smaller one. I wish I had a smaller one, but I make do with this one. It is big, but it works. And then the scoreboard, like I already said. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna pick out your paper, and you use a 6x6 paper pad and your solid cardstock. So I'm using this gray paper, and I'm gonna use this Twilight by One Canoe too, and it's really, really cute. I have some of the bigger pieces of it too. I just don't know where they are right now. I have this piece and a big piece of paper, and I just love it with the fireflies and the grass. It's really, really cute. So this is what I'm gonna use as like the main thing for my book. So you're gonna have 5 pieces of paper, and they're all going to be 6 1/4 this way, but and then it's like a stack the deck type thing. So this is 7 3/4. I'm sorry, 9 3/4. What am I thinking? 7, 9 3/4, 9 1/2, 9 1/4, 9, and 8 3/4. So it just stacks the deck. And then, so she has the best way to do this with scoring it, and it's amazing. Like, I've done lots of mini albums. This is literally the simplest way I've ever seen to do a mini album or anything. So you just score it at 4 1/4. So 4 1/4. And then you flip it and score it at 4 1/4. So it's probably really hard to see, but it's a really thin score line, and this is where I use my thin red line tape. I don't have other thin tape, so that's why I use the red line there. And then you do the same thing with each piece of paper. So 4 1/4, flip it, 4 1/4. So in Amber's tutorial, she put them together and then rounded the corners. I feel like it's, for me at least, it's easier to round the corners first. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to round it at the 1/4 inch. Okay, so now that your corners are all rounded, you're going to use your bone folder, and you're going to fold out all of these score lines that you have made. Okay, so now that everything is scored, you're going to go ahead and put your tape on here. Like I said, I'm going to use the red line tape for the small one. If I can find the front of it. There it is. And this is like really, really nerve-wracking, because when you go to put it in, you want to make sure it's lined up really well. And it's really hard, especially when you're using this red line tape, because once it's on there, it's on there. Like, there is no fixing it. It's gonna kind of be, it is what it is at that point, and hopefully it looks good. And then I'll just use this tape for the rest of them, and then I'll put it together. Okay, and do not put glue on this one right here. So as you can maybe see, I didn't put glue all the way to the edge. When I take this piece off, I'm going to put another strip on all of them so that it's edge to edge. But let's start putting it together. And I like to do mine where you kind of stack it from the inside out. Everybody kind of does their own thing with it. If you want to do it the other way, that's fine. But it's whatever works for you. So this is like literally so nerve-wracking. Don't watch me. Oh wait, that's not even right. Oh my gosh, we almost had a terrible, terrible thing just happen. All right, I think it's actually pretty good. I'm okay with it. And that one's the scariest one because of the red line. So perfect. We're halfway there. All right, so this is your base of your mini album. I love how simple it is. I do a lot of the chipboard ones, and they're a little bit more involved. I'm actually in the middle of making one right now as a custom order. It's going to be super cute. I'll do a video on that one too. But then you'll just use your 6x6 paper, and you're going to pick out 20 sheets, and then you're going to cut them. You'll cut them at, let me find one that makes a difference, because a lot of these are just patterns. Like this one, you're going to cut this at 4, so that 4 can go right on your piece of paper. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to pick out my paper, I'll cut it, I'll come back, show you what I picked out, and then I'll put it all together. And then there's just a few other things with like the binding. That one ends up being 1x6. And then for the pockets, it depends on where you do your pockets, but if you do like the stacked pockets, they're 2x4, and you stack them, and that's when you use like your scalloped punch. And I'll show you what I mean. You'll use your scallop punch to kind of make the folder right here. See, that's a scallop punch right there. So I'll pick out my paper, I'll cut it, and I'll just come back and I'll just assemble it to music. Okay, so this is all the paper that I've picked out for my album, and I just love this collection. It's so pretty. I like the blues and the pinks, and it's just really fun. This barn is super cute, but I'm going to use these for the front and back. And then I already cut out a 1x6 piece for the spine. And I'm going to use this ribbon for the closure. And then I also cut out of the book, or took out of the book, I haven't cut them up yet, are the tags. Because I'm going to use these tags inside of the pockets. So I'm just going to speed it up. I'm going to put it together and show you the final product when I'm done. The only thing you have to be careful of is that when you're putting them on, putting all your pieces on, you want to make sure you're rounding the appropriate corner, because it's just going to be the corner that's facing the outside. So we'll do that, and then you'll use your scraps to make your side loading pockets, your 3 stacked pockets, etc. So like this one right here would be good for a side loading pocket because of the orientation, and it's going to be really cute, I think, in there. So I'll set this to music, I'll put it all together, and we'll come back for a final flip through. All right, so I am all done with my cardstock album, and I'm just gonna do a flip through and show you all of the goodies I put inside. So here's the first side loading pocket, and I put this piece of paper for journaling, a tag, and then this is some ephemera that I had. And then on this page right here, I just put some items in the pocket. So this is a one of the tags from the 6x6 pad, and it's of a moth, it looks like. And then here's two tags. They're smaller. And then a journaling card. And then I just put two of, it's like kind of what was left over from the tags, or from making the pockets. And I just made them into squares, and those are gonna be good for journaling too. Then I made this tag into a pocket. This came with the paper pad. And then this is a piece of ephemera I had. This is what I had initially made for the cover, but realized it wasn't going to be big enough. So I figured I'd put it somewhere in here. And then another little tag that was inside the paper pad. And then here's another side loading pocket with, again, another journaling card, and this is another journaling card. So when somebody gets this, they can either keep it how it is, or they can put a picture here and glue this down next to your picture and write down, like, you know, vacation 2020 or whatever you want to do with it once you get it. And these ones are some bigger tags, like some bookmarks, and then this is a piece of ephemera. I didn't have an ephemera kit to match this 6x6 pad, so I just kind of looked through my stuff to see what colors would match and kind of match the theme. And this one says, "Let your light shine bright," and another journaling card. And I really like the way that this page turned out with the barn over here, and then the sky that's continued over here as the pocket. And then this one has another square, a journaling card, and a tag. And then two more tags. This one's a little bit smaller just to give it a little bit of an offset. And then these are two of the pieces from the paper pad. This one says feels like home, and this one says your peach. Another side loading pocket. It says enjoy each and every moment. And then this is like that marbled paper. And then this is another piece of a piece of the paper pad, and I use it to make another pocket. This one says slow down, completely and positively and inescapably happy. Incandescently happy, sorry. I say it's not the best. And it is tiny. But I think it's really cute to go in there. I do wish I would have had a bigger paper pad of this paper so that I could have used bigger tags, because they are really tiny, but it's fine. So here's two more like bookmark type ones, and this one says so very blessed. And then a side loading pocket. Find the joy in the ordinary. And then that's the whole book. I think it's really cute. And the tutorial that Amber has is super easy to follow. And I'm going to be selling these at my craft fair. And I hope that people like them because I think they're super cute and a lot of fun to make. So let me know what you think in the comments. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.